Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvanno Divisi Dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinam Vitriyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddhajnanaikamurtaye Nirmalayah Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Stapakaya Cha Dharmasya Sarvadharmaswarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Sritvam Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namah Shri Yati Rajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Indrime Guru Bhipurvam Padavakya Pramanataha Vyakhyata Sarva Vedantaha Ta Nityam Pranatosmyaham Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badharayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागे नैके अमृतत्व मानशुः. By renunciation alone, one is qualified to gain this spiritual knowledge, is the assertion. So there is a need for renunciation in the life of a spiritual aspirant. One who aspires for spiritual knowledge should renounce, and in that renunciation, two types we saw. One is total renunciation, which is in the form of a life of a sannyasin. He has internal vairagyam, and at the same time he has converted his lifestyle also, which will help him to gain this knowledge. That is called total renunciation. Another one is inner renunciation, which is prescribed for the householder aspirant. For knowledge, both the householder and sannyasin are qualified, provided if they have this renunciation. So there is a need for renunciation, and we are analyzing reasons why a spiritual aspirant should renounce. How to develop this vairagyam, why to develop this vairagyam is the topic here. In the last class we saw Bhagavan Shankaracharya, while commenting Pariksha Lokan Karmachitan Brahmano Nirvedamayat, for that mantra, he has written one commentary wherein he has told that a spiritual aspirant should see everything as it is. Brahmaloka paryantam sarvam pratyaksham anumana shastra pramanaihi parikshya dukkha sadhanatvena nischitya apurushartatvena nirniya nirvedamayat. Pleasures, security, peace and happiness given by the world for a spiritual aspirant, dukkha sadhanam apurushartam. That is the commentary. So, achieving anything in the creation is nothing but dukkha sadhanam, is the conviction which is required from a spiritual aspirant. Not only it is dukkha sadhanam, apurushartatva. It doesn't have any purushartha. Purushartha means what? Purushena arthiyate. That which is achievable by the human being in human life is called purushartha. So what is the reason for this assertion of the Shankaracharya and other great commentators of the Shastra? The assertion is based on Satya Drishti. From Paramarthika Drishti, the world is an appearance. The world is an appearance for a person who is knowledgeable. And world is real for a person who is ignorant. The world is appearance for a person who is knowledgeable. The world is real for a person who is ignorant. In the last class we saw a simple example of golden deer. Golden deer is an appearance. For Sita, it was real. So, we can desire for something which is real. We cannot desire for something which is appearance. If at all we desire for appearance, thinking that it is real, then it is called Brahma. It is called confusion. Understood? So, therefore, world is not a desirable object. That is the final conclusion. This we get from Shastra. Shastra says that it is not the truth, therefore there is nothing to desire in the world. Kimichan kasya kamaya. What do you want to desire? For whose sake? Who is the desirer? Please tell. Who is the desirer? Suppose if you say, I am the desirer, who are you? I don't know. The physical science says, in every human body, there are 37 trillion cells are there. In a human body, approximately 37 trillion cells are there. Each cell is a living body. Each cell has the idea, I exist. Each cell desires something. When you desire, that cell also will desire. So 1 trillion, how much you know? 1 trillion is equal to, in Indian counting, 1 lakh crore. 1 lakh crore is equal to 1 trillion. So 37 trillion means 37 lakh crore. That many people are inside one individual. Now you tell, who is desiring? So it appears as though it is a single entity. The desire is a single entity. The desire is not a single entity. It is a multiple entity. So a desirer desires for ice cream. Now you tell, who is desiring? If you say that for argument's sake, no, the cells which are in the tongue is desiring, suppose. How many cells? Then also, how can you say that I desire? You have to say, the cells in the tongue are desiring for ice cream. You cannot say, I desire for ice cream. Nor you can say, I am joyful because of this ice cream. So it's all nothing but Brahma. That's why Upanishad says, Kim ichan kasya kamaya. Kasya kamaya means, for whose sake the desire is there? Please tell. The entity himself is not there. As a single entity. There are 37 lakh crore people are there inside one person. 37 lakh crore people are put it in a bag called body. And that bag is desiring. And you say, I desire. So very subject is in trouble. It's all for granted, taken for granted. But if you go for vichara, then it shows it's all nothing but confusion. Every desire is a confusion. For whose sake I am desiring it? What I desire is not there is the first argument. Understood? Now the Shastra says the desire himself is not there. That's what Upanishad says, Kim Icchan, what you desire. You please verify whether it is there or not. Or it is not there, the golden deer is not there, the ice cream is not there, ice cream is nothing but milk in another form. Milk is nothing but blood in another form. Blood is nothing but cells in another form. Blood cells. So when you say I am desire for ice cream, you are desiring for blood cell of another living being. Now can you desire with this idea? You cannot desire. So Kim Icchan? Kasya Kamaya? For whose sake you are desiring? Have you thought of? From the standpoint of Paramarthika Satyam, there is no desire at all possible. Even if there is a desire, for argument's sake, suppose one entity desires. Out of 37 lakh crore people, one person is desirer. Na? Suppose is there. Now Upanishad asks, okay, you say that there is a taste in the ice cream. Who tastes this? Where is the taste? Whether it is in the ice cream or in the tongue. If it is in the ice cream, if the ice cream touches any tongue, it should be a tasteful one. That's not the case. If tongue has a lot of problem, tonsils, you paste the ice cream in the tongue. So it will be a burning sensation. It is not a taste. Suppose somebody is crying that he has lost his son. You go and give ice cream. Because joy is there na, in ice cream. Taste is there. Joy is there according to you. So you want to give joy. The fellow is crying. You go and give ice cream. He will spit it out. So where is the taste? Who is tasting? Where is the taste? Suppose if you say, no, it is in the taste bud. Taste of the ice cream is not in ice cream, but it is in the taste bud. Alright, if it is in taste bud, feed this ice cream to a person who is in coma. Suddenly you should get up. Thank you, he should tell. Because you have given taste. So for him nothing. Neither taste bud has taste, nor ice cream has taste. Because his mind is off. Initially you told center of taste is ice cream. Then you told it is taste bud in the tongue. Then you yourself will tell, no, it is in the mind. That's what I say. It's all in your mind. It's all Jiva Srishti, not Ishvara Srishti. You take like this one item and analyze, and what you will do after analyzing? Neti, neti, neti. Not this, not this, not this. That's what Upanishad says, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena. Understood? This is Paramarthika Satyam. When you say, Swami, it's all okay, but in our day-to-day life, we are feeling happy, joy, pleasure. Dictionary itself, in every language, these words are there. Without experience, how these words will come? And people, without anybody's teaching, going for all these things. Nobody teaches. Everybody goes for all these things. Can you deny they are going? I won't deny they are going. First argument is, they are going is a Brahma. Second argument is, okay, let the entire creation go. But the creation, the enjoyer should be ready for consequences of going it. From Vyavaharika Drishti. Second analysis is from Vyavaharika Drishti. Are you ready for consequences of getting those things. First argument is it is nissara. There is no substance. Second argument is even though there is a saram, be ready for consequences. So there is a proverb in the Sanskrit language, samsarameva nissaram drishtva sara tidrikshaya pravrajanti akrutodvaha param vairagyam ashraye. Suppose if a person is convinced by the first standpoint, what will be his condition? Thank you very much. I have nothing to do with the creation. I am going for spiritual knowledge. He will go out. Because he has understood it's all his imagination, his Brahma, that this world is a source of security, peace and happiness. World is a source of pleasure and joy. That is not the fact. He understood it is like a child who is sucking the thumb, thinking that I am sucking the mother. Every child sucks. Asare kalu samsare sukabhrantihi manishina. Sukabhrantihi, it is a Brahma. Lesha matra sukha is not there. But still the mind has this. It is a universal problem. Because every child sucks. Every dog thinks that dry bone is the source of happiness. Here every human being thinks that thumb is the source of, finger is the source of mother's milk. That's not the fact. Asare kalu samsare sukabhranti manishinam lalapana iva angushte balanam sthanya vibrama. Balanam vibrama. Kim vibrama? Sthanya vibrama. That I am sucking my mother. It's a Brahma. So, worldly objects don't have any substance to give us security, peace and happiness. That is the first argument from the Paramarthika Drishti. Second argument is Vyavaharika Drishti. In Vyavaharika Drishti, even though it is acceptable because of majority running towards it, Shastra says, be aware of the consequences and be ready to pay the price for it. Nothing comes to you in life. In Vyavahara, no, you don't get anything free. Even if it appears that you are getting free, but you are paying. Either you have paid already, or you will pay afterwards, or now you are paying in another form. Understood? So, what is the payment for the pleasures, for the worldly achievements? There are 3 payments. You have to pay 3. One is dukkam, second one is atruptihi, third one is anitya. Doshatraya it is called. 3 aspects are there. So dukkha hetutvat vairagyam ayat. Upanishad says dukkha hetutvat vairagyam ayat. Nirvedam ayat. How the pleasure is dukkha hetu? Bhagavan in Gita says, Ehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate. How the pleasure is dukkha hetu? Every pleasure as a reservoir of dukkham. You may not be able to see it. A person wants to catch a monkey. So what is the method of catching the monkey, in tribal community? They keep groundnuts in a pot which has small opening. The mouth of the pot will be small. So when monkey searching for food comes to know that there is a groundnut, naturally it will put its hand inside. Having taken that groundnut, the hand becomes bigger one, the fist becomes bigger one, so it cannot pull out. With empty hand it went, with full hand it could not come. So by the time the tribal people will come and beat this. The monkey getting beating also, it is not willing to give up that. It can escape. It can escape easily. Just it has to drop the groundnut and run away. Remove the hand from the pot and run away. But groundnut, prarabdha, groundnut, prarabdha is there. Like that every human being has, in spite of getting beating, he has the attraction towards certain things. So, if he wants to get it, he has to get this beating. Like a monkey. Understood? It's a trap. Nothing but a trap. But monkey doesn't know. And fishing. In that fishing hook, there is a trap. Worm is kept. The fish thinks there is a food, but the fish doesn't know that it is going to be food of another person. Understood? So, dukkha hetuhu, there is a danger and pain waiting. Be careful. Okay, Swami, it is waiting now. It is waiting only, in future only. I will somehow manage to find out some solution. I cannot be without groundnut now, suppose. I cannot be without pleasure now, suppose. If the person argues, for him, Prahlada Swami is having answer. He says this answer to Narasimha Murthy, who cajoled Prahlada Swami to enjoy this world. Narasimha Bhagavan, keeping Prahlada Swami on his lap, he cajoles, Are, ask some boon. Srishti is there, full of joys and happiness, pleasures. Ask some boon, get from me. Then Prahlada Swami says, Oh, you are not leaving me also. I am not going to be cajoled by you. Here is a man who happened to be my father. He is the person who can ask the wonderful boon in the creation. Like Hiranyakashipu, nobody asked boon. In asking boon, every Rakshasa did some mistake. But this person never did any mistake. Sadhute nirastaha. See how he is lying down, being destroyed by you. The very boon became the cause for his arrogance. Finally, he has fallen. No, you will not get that arrogance, na. You are my devotee. So what is the problem in asking this pleasure? Then Prahlada Swami says, Yanmaitunadi grihamedi sukham hi tucham kanduyanena karayoriva dukkha dukkam tripyanti neha kripana bahu dukkha bhajaha kandutivate manasijam vishaheta dhiraha. Bhagavan, what you call sense pleasure is nothing but psoriasis disease, he says. Narasimha Murthy doesn't know what is the disease. Because Bhagavan doesn't have physical body, na? Hey, what is that psoriasis disease? Oh, you may not be aware. We human beings, Rakshasas, we are aware. Those who have Panchabhautika Shariram has this problem. What is that problem? Itching problem, Swami. Itching. Itching become very, very compulsory thing. Everyone gets itching, but for everyone it is not compulsory thing. Now and then it comes and goes. But for a fellow who is affected by psoriasis disease, for him, he cannot stop scratching. He cannot stop. Okay, when itching comes, person scratches, problem solved, na? There only the problem. The scratching will not solve the itching problem. It will increase the itching problem. Oh, Narasimha Murthy doesn't know about this experience. How? See, when itching happens, if you scratch, he is teaching Bhagavan Narasimha. When itching happens, if you scratch, you get a nice experience. Okay? Experience wise, it is all soothing. But actually what happens? The wound gets more and more deep. And the fellow gets bleeding. Oh, okay, how you connect with this? Every desire is nothing but itching of a sense organ. Kandudivatu. When sense organ get itching, it says, I want. Scratch me. Ears say, through sound scratch me. Tongue say, through food scratch me. I say, through vision you scratch me. Like that, every sense organ wants to fulfill its itching. And in the process, there is no possibility of solving the itching. More and more only it becomes. So it is increasing the disease. More and more, it is not solving the disease. By providing something to the sense organs, when it requires, is not going to satisfy the sense organ. And it is going to make the problem more and more. Problem of what? Getting more and more itching. This is the answer from Prahlada Swami. In Upanishad, Nachiketa Swami told, what he told? Sarvendriyana tejaha jarayanti. When you go for sense pleasure, your strength of the sense organ is lost. So he is having profit loss account. Here Prahlada Swami says, it's all problematic. It's a psoriasis disease. You cannot get away from it. So dukkha hetutvam is the first cause in vyavaharika drishti. Second cause in vyavaharika drishti is atruptikaratvam. You can never satisfy. You can never satisfy the senses. You can never satisfy the desiring mind by providing those objects of desires. Understood? You can never satisfy. You can never stop the sense organ by providing those things. Najatu kama kamanam upabhogena shamyati havisha krishnavatmena bhuya eva abhijayate. This is another person in Bhagavatam, Yayati Maharaja. He says, 1000 years after enjoying, he was not satisfied. So he requested Yamadharma Raja to give him one more 1000 years of life. One of his son came forward to offer that lifetime. So exchange happened. Then after spending 2000 years of pursuit of joy and enjoyment, final decision of Yayati Raja is this. I have verified Pariksha Lokan. What is my decision? We cannot satisfy the senses. One time it will sell enough, then after 3 hours, 4 hours it will ask, or after 3 days or 4 days it will ask. That's what we find in Pauranika, Shastra wise. Because you have to analyze through Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shastra, Pramana. Pratyaksha we ourselves know. But our enjoyments are small enjoyments. In Shastra you come across people who have all enjoyments of the creation. Ravana, Triloka Chakravarti, but he was not satisfied. His itching did not stop. For Ravana, Vibhishana says, Arey, you have enjoyed so many types of sense pleasures. Why you keep this human Sita? She is a food for Rakshasas. Never satisfied. In Mahabharata we come across Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana. From birth onward they were in luxury and joy, but they were never satisfied. Hiranyakashipu was worshipped as God, but still one person did not agree. His own son did not agree. This fellow mind is not satisfied. Others say, whole creation accepted because of your atrocity. What is the problem? One person? No, he also should accept. Never satisfied. So atripti karatvam becomes a fact in this process of enjoyment. In Tenali Rama life, one story comes. A farmer brings a goat to the palace of Krishnadevaraya and says, whoever feeds this goat to its satisfaction, I will give all my assets. Otherwise, the person who fails in that competition should give me 1 lakh rupee. Like that Vichitra proposal come. Krishnadevaraya thought, okay, nice competition. So he asked the Darbar Walas, any one of you try? Everybody tried. What is this? It's not a big thing. I will feed the goat sumptuously. So one day they will take the goat to their home, nicely they will feed. Then whether it has satisfied or not, how to find out? When they bring the goat to the Darbar next day, Raja will feed some food, grass. Goat will eat immediately. What is the sign of eating? Not satisfied. So failed. One day Tenali Raman took that goat and kept in his house and tried to feed it. Whenever the goat wants to eat that grass, Tenali Rama gave a beating. So every time the goat tried to eat, the goat got beating. Then it left that attempt of eating. Because of beating, it stopped the attempt of eating. Tenali Rama, without feeding anything, brought the goat to the court next day. As usual, Raja tried to feed. Then seeing the grass itself, the goat remembered, if I put my mouth, I will get beating. Because it was practiced 1,000 times in the night, entire day and night. So the goat refused to take. Then Tenali Rama was declared as the winner of the competition. Then Raja asked, how much you fed? Then Tenali Rama, I never fed. Even a blade of grass it did not take in my house. Then all day I kept like this empty stomach only. Then how it stopped eating? Then he told, you cannot satisfy a goat by feeding. By knowledge you can satisfy a goat. What is that knowledge? Eating grass is equal to beating. This is what Shastra also says. Going for every sense pleasure is nothing but beating. Normal man gets beating, along with beating he eats also, then getting beating, eating. But a spiritual seeker, because his Viveka Shakti has awakened, therefore he sees the cause-effect theory. So then he restrains himself. Atripti karatvad vairagyam ayat. Dukkha hedutvad vairagyam ayat. Atripti karatvad vairagyam ayat. Third one is anityatvad. From Vyavaharika Trishti, third reason is anityatvad. It is going to go away, or you are going to go away. Anitya means what? Both subject is also anityam, the enjoyer also is anityam, the bhoga also, enjoyment, object of enjoyment also is anityam. Yo dhruvani parityajya adhruvani nisevate dhruvani tasya nashyanti adhruvam nashtamevacha. Instead of choosing something permanent, substantial, if a person chooses non-substantial, temporary things, for him both are lost. He himself rejected substantial thing, so he selected non-substantial thing, thinking that it will be useful for him. But finally, in course of time, he finds that this is not going to be useful for him. That's why the person who went for marriage goes for divorce. The person who went for purchasing the house goes for selling the house. Nivritti and pravritti is because of what? Understand? So, anityam, it is like a frog wants to catch a fly when the frog is inside the mouth of the snake. A frog which wants to catch a fly and eat when the frog itself is inside the mouth of the snake. Kalagrastham sarpaha. Every human being is inside of the mouth of the Kala Devata. Sarpa is there already. Understood? If you want modern example, these chickens which are sold to a butcher, or a goat which is sold to a butcher, before butching, the butcher will feed nicely because he will get weight. Okay. Without the knowledge that it is already got death sentence, the chicken, broiler chicken they call it, bulky, eating, go on eating. It is going in lorry. Thousands are going in lorry with family. Okay. So they are eating nicely. They don't bother about, already we are death sentenced. Tomorrow Ramjan, tomorrow Sunday. Like that, they are not aware of it. Like that also, if human being is not aware of this anityatvam of his own life, what is the difference between that broiler chicken and the human being? Please tell. There must be a vision in our mind about the condition we are in. The rat may not know that it has a trap. The fish may not know that it is going to get trapped. But human being should know. Na? We should know. That's why Viveka Shakti is there. If your Viveka Shakti doesn't operate, go to Satsanga where this Viveka Shakti can be awakened. But this person thinks the people who are in Satsanga are idiots. They have nothing to do with the world. They are simply passing the time. Many people have this opinion. These sadhus are useless. We are all productive people. Sadhus say, Dirgha Ishman Bhava. You also will come to our community, don't worry. Maybe at next Janma or in this Janma itself, last final days. Be careful. Think. So what you consider as a source of security, peace and happiness is not so. Because it is not security, it is anityam. Anityatvat mritaha. Understood? Atripti karatvat ashantihi. Dukkha hedutvat ashantihi atriptihi dukkha sadhanam. You understand? One word of dukkha sadhanatvena nischitya, written by our Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Dukkha sadhanatvena nischitya means this is the meaning. So, what would be a sane attitude of a spiritual seeker with regard to this life and world and experience? What is a sane attitude? I cannot reject the entire creation like a jnani rejects it. For a jnani, entire creation is nothing but a appearance, Brahma. I am in that process. But how I can protect myself from the temptations? How can I protect myself from adharma while going behind all these things? Then Shastra comes and says, follow dharma, lokan parikshya. Follow dharma and verify. Have sanity. What is the sign of sanity? You will consider this Jagat not a place for getting security, peace and happiness. You will consider this Jagat as a guest house. It's a guest house. You have come to a place to do something with a purpose. Your very human birth is nothing but a purposeful one. The purpose is gaining spiritual knowledge. And this place is provided as a guest house so that you can get some rest now and then and go for that. Here you cannot settle. It's a guest house. Nor he can set right everything. Suppose you enter a guest house, a hotel. So window has some problem here. What you will do? You will tell to the hotel manager, sir, please look after it. I am going for my work. Before coming, please look after it. So you will not do that work, okay? You will tell to the owner or manager of the. So you don't waste your time in saturating this creation. There are some people, as though they are managers of this creation. You have come for one particular purpose. Have you fulfilled that? So consider this a guest house. In Babar's life, there is a story. One day a Muslim fakir came to the darbar, Babar's darbar, and spread his bedsheet and took rest. Babar got angry. Arey, hey, this is darbar. You have come to take rest here? Kya fakir ji? Like that he asked. No, this is rest house. This is guest house, he told. What? My darbar is rest house. Not only your darbar, the entire creation is guest house and rest house. Then it seems he taught the Baba. Of course, Baba did not hear all those things. That is because India will teach anyone. Alexander came, India taught. These Mughals also from Afghanistan they came, from Turkey they came. These are all. So India teaches everyone. What is the teaching? This is guest house. This is a rest house. So anything comes in this place has to move on. Like a railway station. Imagine a railway station wherein train comes but doesn't depart. Imagine. Will anybody go to that railway station? Will it be called as railway station? It can be called railway yard. Railway yard. Railway yard is different from railway station. Station means not station. Station means not station, not permanent. Station means always wherein movement happens. Understand? So anything come, arrival, departure, arrival, departure, arrival, departure. Then only it is active place. Railway yard is not active place. You see your world around you and find out whether it is railway yard or railway station. Arrival, departure happens or not? For everyone it happens. So, that is the sanity of thinking, knowing the nature of this creation. The nature of the creation is anityam. Therefore, asukham. It is anityam, therefore asukham. Kala Tattva will come and say, Jaragandi. Understood? In Venkatacharya, the temple, you hear these words. When you go and stand in front of the Lord for darshan, after waiting 10 hours in the queue, and you are there, within 10 seconds, a sweet voice comes, Jaragandi. So Jaragandi will come. Jaragandi means please move on. In Telugu it is. Please move on. So move on. Why you are holding? If you hold anything, Kala will come and snatch. Okay, let it snatch. That time I will give. That time you will not give. If you yourself ready, before it's coming, you will give up. If you are not ready emotionally, It will come and snatch. What is the difference between giving voluntarily and being snatched? When you are snatched by Kala Tattva, you feel pain because it is happening against your wish. Understand? People go to the Tirupati temple to offer money. When they offer by themselves, they feel happy. Suppose while standing in the queue, somebody snatched away that money. Nobody will think, anyhow, Venkatachalapati has come in the form of a thief, so therefore he has snatched away. Will anybody tell? No. Kattaila poravan. The fellow has snatched away the money which is kept for Bhagavan. Nalla irukka maatan. Like that we will give Shapa. That's why Yamadharmaraja is getting always Shapa from human being. Of course, it doesn't touch him because he is Jnani. Understand? So there is a pain when it goes from you against your wish. There is a joy when you give up voluntarily after understanding and after using it. You use it. It is for using only, but not for holding. Without using, if you reject everything, you are idiot. After using also you want to keep it, then also you are idiot. So what is the right way of living? What is the sanity of thinking? Use it, hand over to you. Like a toy used by a child, it should be handed over to the next child. That's all simple. If possible, without breaking. If it is broken, no problem, don't cry. There are a lot of other toys also. So this must be the sanity of thinking. That's why tasmad vairagyameva abhayam. Tasmad vairagyameva abhayam. Yasmad ragaha dukkha hetutvam bhavati. Yasmad atrutikaratvam bhavati. Yasmad anityatvam bhavati. Tasmad vairagyameva abhayam. Understand now? That's why Bhagavan told in Gita, Anityam asukam lokam imam prapya bhajasvama. Know me. Know the reality of this creation, having come to this world, which happened to be Anityam and Asukam. Understood? Bhartrihari Maharaj says here, already we saw that. Bhoge roga bhayam kule chuti bhayam vitte nrupalad bhayam mane dainya bhayam bale ripu bhayam rupe jaraya bhayam shastre vadi bhayam gune khala bhayam kaye krutantad bhayam sarvam vastu bhayanvitam bhuvirnirna vairagyameva bhayam. Vairagyameva abhayam yasmad dukkha hetutvad sarva vastunaha dukkha hetutvad atruptikaratvad anityatvad vairagyameva bhayam. Understood? So this must be the sanity of thinking. Normal person should be sane enough to reject. If he is a spiritual seeker, he has one more reason to reject. What is the reason, you know? In a same locus, opposite desires cannot coexist. Fourth reason for a spiritual seeker is what? In a same locus, opposite desires cannot coexist. One cannot desire for alpam simultaneously desiring for akhandam. Understand? If you want akhandam, you have to stop desiring for alpam. If you are serious about gaining akhandam, you have to be away from alpam. Understood? Entire creation and its promised so-called pleasures, security, happiness, it's all promise only. When you go there, you will understand it's all mere verbal promise, nothing, no substance is there. Even if you don't know, you know that it is limited. Correct? You know that it is limited. Limited by space, limited by ice cream eating, is limited by time. The joy is limited by time. So you cannot desire for limited thing and unlimited thing simultaneously. If you want to choose this, you have to give up that. Shreyascha preyascha manushya metattva. Shreyas and preyas. Both cannot be simultaneously chosen by an individual. Understand? If you are intelligent, very first selection will be what? Shreyasi. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to say, put one in your life first, then you add how many zeros you want to have. Without putting one in your life, adding so many zeros doesn't have any meaning for it. What is that one? The seeking for spiritual knowledge. Search for the Lord, search for the truth, search for the spiritual knowledge. It's all synonymous. So, in that search, if required, renounce everything. Because you have to give up. What to give up? Many people give up akhandam and select alpam. So sadhus used to jokingly say, the people who are going towards the worldly objects, they are great renunciates. How? They gave up akhandam and they are going for alpam. And we are less renunciate. We give up only alpam. So they used to joke. So, if necessary, give up everything. Tejad ekam kulasyartham gramasyarthe kulam tejet gramam janapadasyarthe atmarte prithivim tejet. Atmarte prithivim tejet. To protect a kula, you sacrifice one individual in that kula. That's what Vidura told to Dhritarashtra. You sacrifice this Duryodhana. He is going to be a Kula Nashaha. Shishu, born at a wrong time. You have 100 children. One child you give up. That fellow did not give. Tejat ekam kulasyarthe. Kula rakshanartham ekam teja. Vidura told. Gramasyarthe. To protect one grama, try to give up one kula, one family. To protect the Janapada, the Rashtra, the nation, you can destroy one grama, one town. If a town is full of terrorists, fested with terrorists, suppose, what they do? They bombard, bas over. Atmartham prithivim tejet. To find the reality about yourself, you should be able to give up your family, your bank balance, your insurance policies, and your friends, everything. No, Swami, it is very difficult. At least give the tadatmiyam in them. Tadatmiyam means tad atmiyam bhavati tadatmiyam. That belongs to me idea is there na. That at least you give up. If possible, give up totally, or at least you give up the idea that belongs to. You can have the idea that it is given by the Lord. Lord is the owner, anytime he can take from me without intimation. I will not complain. He can take any member from my family. I will not say, Kadavale, unukku kannu illaya, Bhagavan doesn't have eyes, he says, while crying. I will not complain that it is dukkham. I won't complain that it is anityam. Anityam, dukkham, atripti, everything I know. But still I use it. With that knowledge, if you are there, more or less, okay, manage, you can manage. It is called inner vairagya. It's very difficult. It is very easy to avoid desiring for laddu in the absence of laddu. Laddu you are not getting. So what you say? I don't desire for laddu. How? Why? Even if I desire, I can't get. So therefore, I don't desire. It is very easy. But keeping laddu every time when you sit on the dining table, you have to say, I don't want. So grahastha ashrama's vairagyam is difficult. Sannyasa ashrama vairagyam is easy. Because sannyasi cannot claim any bank account as his account. Because it doesn't have. Sannyasi cannot claim any person as his person, belong to him, because he doesn't have any relationship. Understand? So, with this clarity, if a person lives and goes for this search for infinite. The search for infinite is always in the form of knowledge. Being infinite, it cannot be attained. If I find that I am missing not because of its absence with me, but because of absence of recognition of its presence with me. I repeat, we miss small things, alpavastu, because it may not be with us. It may be away from us. Kalataha, deshataha. If it is alpam, we have to struggle and get it. Akhanda means I cannot miss it. Still, if I find that I have a feeling that I am missing it, it is not because of absence of akhanda with me, but because of absence of knowledge of its ever presence. So, attaining akhandam is always by gaining knowledge of its ever presence, not by any action. Understand? Not by any action, but by knowledge. Therefore, seek the infinite. Seek infinite. If you are interested in spiritual knowledge, seek infinite. Seeking infinite means naturally giving up finite. Giving up finite means either totally you give up its utility, usage, samparka, association, or at least tadadmyam you give up. The false notions attached with that, so many notions are there, that you give up. That money is equal to security, it's a false notion. Sense objects are the source of joy, it's a false notion. They will be with me always, it's a false notion. They should be with me always, it's a false expectation. So, thadatmya rahitatvam is vairagyam. Understood? Moha rahitatvam also is vairagyam. Either be away from the complete confusion or be in the confusion without tadat. So now you understood the reason for gaining, need for gaining vairagya, because you cannot desire for something which are opposite in nature simultaneously in a same location. One by one you can desire opposite things. In two locations you can desire for opposite things. But here the desirer is one, location is his mind, and a desire for two opposite things not possible simultaneously. So Shastra itself first you desire for alpam. It says, go for marriage. Ritancha swadhyaya pravachanecha satyancha swadhyaya pravachanecha. In that list, prajacha swadhyaya pravachanecha prajanascha swadhyaya pravachanecha prajatischa swadhyaya pravachanecha. Go for marriage and get child. Become a grandfather and great-grandfather, it says. Upanishad only says. So go for alpam first. Pariksha lokan, karmachitan, brahmanaha. This discrimination power should not be in trouble. So keep yourself with satsanga. Go through these worldly experiences with the guidance of sadhus and shastram. You will find naturally one day, yes. Everything has utility, but everything has limitation. Bus has utility, so you get inside the bus, but it has limitation. You cannot live in bus. You have to get down from bus. Mother's womb has utility. So it is a nice incubator. For how many months? Only 10 months. You cannot say, I will not come out, I am cajoled nicely. You are hearing nice, Shastra and other thing. I am here nicely. You cannot say, only 10 months, you have to come out. So somebody says, I will not enter mother's womb. Arey, how you come out then? So the world is like a mother's womb, an incubator, wherein you are asked to get inside and come out. In the process, you are expected some maturity. But what we do know, every time we enter, we get out without maturity. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to say, people come to drama theatre, as even they come, they won't see the drama. They sleep and get away from the drama theatre. They sleep. In those days, the jatra they call it. So we are disturbed by so many factors and we are made to forget the purpose of our life. The purpose is nothing but finding infinitude in our life, which is in the form of spiritual knowledge. Therefore, we have to pursue this viveka and vairagyam consciously. More we will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Swami Nayana Pathaga वसति लीला परिचरो सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावन वसति लीला परिचरो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे महाम्बोधेस्तीरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखरे वसन्प्रासादान्तः सहजबलभद्रेण बलिना सुभद्रामध्यस्थः सकलसुरसेवावसरतो सुभद्रामध्यस्थः सकलसुरसेवावसरतो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे कृपापारावारः सजल जलदश्रीनिरुचिरो रमावाणी सोमः सुरदमलपद्म